Minutes. Hello, everybody. Over here by the banners. Hi. My name is Josh Welch. I'm the president of Film Independent, and I want to welcome you to the 20th anniversary of the Los Angeles Film Festival. The festival is presented by Film Independent, and the Los Angeles Film Festival is produced in conjunction with our presenting media partner, the Los Angeles Times, who I would like to thank. And of course, our host venue, Regal Cinemas at LA Live Stadium 14, where I hope you guys are seeing a lot of great films. For tonight, I especially want to thank our filmmaker reception sponsors, HBO. I believe Michael Lopez is here in the house. I'd like to thank Michael personally, and HBO, there he is. And also the Montana Film Office. Denny is here, and you should all meet him. Thank you both very much. So this is the filmmaker reception to all the filmmakers in the festival. This is a party for you. I feel like we have a lot of parties for you, and we will continue to all the way through the 19th. But this is just a moment in the festival to take a break from seeing films, have a drink, and talk amongst yourselves about all the great films. But you know, we're here in Los Angeles. This is the LA Film Festival. And at this festival, we always celebrate the city. We always have a lot of films by filmmakers from the city, but none more than this year. And under the direction of our festival director, Stephanie Allain, who is right here, we've added a new section to the festival this year called LA News, where we have 11 films that really celebrate the city, that take the city as a theme, as an inspiration, and as a real character. And we're so happy to be doing that this year. And because it's the anniversary, because we have such a focus that we really want to celebrate the city, it is my great honor and privilege to have from the city of Los Angeles tonight, City Councilman Mitch O'Farrell from the 13th District, and please join me in welcoming him.
Thank you, Josh, Stephanie, film professionals assembled here. It's really terrific to be here. Representing the Los Angeles City Council in support of the 20th annual LA Film Festival. I don't need to tell you all this, but I'm going to say it anyway, that this festival is a unique celebration of the art of motion pictures, its artisans, its technicians, and you all deserve an enormous round of applause. And it's not lost on me, as a public servant, as an elected official, that our industry is in real danger here in Los Angeles. It's our signature industry. It is, you know, we defined filmmaking for the rest of the world. We have a tradition, a history, and therefore we have an obligation to not just bring the industry back, but to keep it here and make it stronger than ever before. And so, on that note, as the council member that represents Hollywood and Silver Lake and Echo Park and Atwater Village and all the coolest neighborhoods in the city, yes, I think we have a lot of residents of mine. And re-election isn't for 3 years. No, but seriously, I ran on keeping the industry here and improving it, making it stronger. I think maybe we have a victory across the street. And I'm very serious about this. So Council President Herb Wesson formed an ad hoc committee, which we spoke about during my campaign on the entertainment industry. And Paul Krikorian, Curran Price, and myself are on that. We, along with the rest of our colleagues, are determined to come up with incentives at the local level to work in concert with what they're doing at the state level, to provide the kinds of incentives that will make us more than competitive with the other 39 states that offer them, especially New York. Do you all want to stay, live, and work in Los Angeles? Yes, we all do, and that's what we're going to do. And that's one of my missions on the LA City Council. So I love the LA focus this year, and just the focus in general is the LA Film Festival. And it's just really a pleasure to stand here to introduce myself and help kick off this wonderful festival. And I also want to thank Christine Peters on my staff, a film professional herself, who is now helping me on policy issues that helped get me here tonight. So have a wonderful festival. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, everyone. And let's keep this industry strong in LA. Thank you.
And now I'd like to bring up Festival Director Stephanie Allain.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Councilman. That was wonderful. We love LA. We love LA. LA pride. That's what I'm about. So I'm going to bring up here such an accomplished human being that I was dizzy when I was researching everything he's done. I'll just start with, he's written 7 novels, the first one of which became U-Turn, the Oliver Stone movie. He's a playwright. He is a screenwriter. He's an NPR contributor. He's a showrunner on television. I don't know when this man sleeps and says hi to his kids, but he's leaving soon to go run a 1-hour drama that he has created called American Crime for ABC. But you know him because he's a screenplay writer and director. And this year he has a movie that he's directed, that he's written and directed in the festival. It's called Jimmy, All Is By My Side. He won an Oscar for 12 Years a Slave. He's written Undercover Brother. He's written, it goes on and on. I will not bore you with all the credits because he's here in person to give us a little bit of advice. So please help me welcome John Ridley.
Thank you very much, everyone, for coming here. Not even so much for myself, but for the festival, for what you all are contributing to the festival, and especially to everyone in the city and everyone in the organization who supports it. And I was very honored to have anyone ask me to show up and have any kind of remarks in any regard, under any circumstances. But at the same time, I said, look, John, come talk about you, talk about your process, talk about how you ended up with the film in the festival, which is very nice. But at the same time, I feel like since this festival is about filmmakers and about people who create and all the individuals who give up their time and energy to make this happen, it should be a whole lot less about me and about the festival, considering especially it's the 20th anniversary. But I thought what's interesting is, and please don't hold me exactly to the date, but it was about 20 years ago that I arrived to Los Angeles. And I thought it might be interesting in talking about how the festival got to where it is today, to how I got to be someone who had a film in the festival. So just a little bit of a backstory, because even though it seems like in the city of Los Angeles, there was probably always a festival and always people who appreciated film and wanted to show film, the fact of the matter is for a long time there was no film festival. There had been what was called the Film X Festival from 71 to 83, but after that, until the mid-90s, there was nothing. And the Los Angeles Film Festival, or Los Angeles actually Independent Film Festival, started in 94, 95, and back then it was only 5 days. It was over at the Raleigh Studios. In 1996, the Independent Film Festival blew up, so to speak, and it moved all the way up to Hollywood Boulevard. And it started in the DGA, Directors Guild building. And that was the first expansion. That's where it grew. Now, interestingly, in 96, 97, at the same time the film festival was getting larger, I was very fortunate to have the first film that I ever wrote made into a movie. It was directed by Oliver Stone, with Sean Penn, Nick Nolte, Joaquin Phoenix, Claire Danes, and I really felt like I was on my way until opening weekend. It was a film that really baffled critics and was roundly crushed at the box office by a film starring Ashley Judd, which is great for Ashley Judd, just the fact. She destroyed us on opening weekend. After that, the LA Independent Film Festival ran for about 7 years, and at the height of the festival, it attracted over 19,000 attendees. And that was a city of about 7 million people. It was interesting because as that film grew up through the year 2001, the LA Independent Film Festival was absorbed by Film Independent, and that was very, very important because Film Independent, as most of you know, is an organization that really is about film, is about filmmakers, and those two organizations, the Independent Film Festival and LA Independent joining together really ensured the artistic quality and the survival of this film festival, which then became the LA Film Festival. Drop the word independent, I don't know why. It was also interesting because at that time in 2001, the second big film that I was ever involved in was released. It stars George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg and Ice Cube. It came out and it did not baffle the critics. They kind of like it. It tended to baffle audiences a little bit more. And interestingly enough, and true story, opening weekend, it was roundly crushed at the box office by a film starring Ashley Judd. There was a reason people wanted Ashley Judd to run as a senator. She will destroy you if she does not like it. In 2006, the LA Film Festival moved to Westwood, and that was a huge expansion. It was a huge success, because just in a single year, a film that originally had about 19,000 attendees, it grew by about 20,000 attendees. Guest directors started to include people like Catherine Bigelow, Alfonso Cuarón. Guest speakers at the festival included people like Ben Affleck, Chris Nolan, Jodie Foster, William Friedkin, Lawrence Kasdan, Michael Mann, Michael Moore, Sidney Poitier, Sidney Pollack. And the films that were shown started to vary from little small gems like Little Miss Sunshine to huge films like Transformers, all in the same festival. At the same time, for me, I was very, very fortunate. I had a film that was produced by George Lucas that came out in the theaters about that same time. Pretty good critical response, decent response from an audience. And the opening weekend, we were roundly crushed by a film starring Kate Beckinsale. I have a feeling she is going to run as a senator in the near future. But I will say this at the same time, I was very, very fortunate for me personally. I think the Kings are in good shape, by the way, and I will not blame anyone if you check your cell phone at this moment. I was very, very fortunate because I was invited to be a juror on the Independent Spirit Nominating Committee, and that was really pretty awesome. And I don't know if any of you have ever had the opportunity to do it, but there's no group of people who are more observant of film, supportive of film, and it was really phenomenal for me to see the quality of films and the kinds of films from around the world that were invited to be part of the nominating process and that ended up being nominated. And it was very special for me to see films by many people, like so many people in this room tonight. There were people who just wanted to find a way to get films done, get them made, and get out to people. And if 10 million people liked the film, that was brilliant. If 10 people liked it, it was good. But if only one person responded to it, well, that's what making the films was all about. And I have to say, honestly and sincerely, that was a real wake-up call for me. And over the next few years, I was very fortunate to be involved in 2 projects. Both of them were involved on spec. It wasn't about the pay, it wasn't about the money. But one of them in particular, the source material, Solomon Northup's memoir, was one of the most powerful things that I'd ever read. And it was an honor and a pleasure to be part of that film and with the filmmakers who gave us so much of their time and talent to make it. And the other film had been a passion project of mine that was just telling Jimi Hendrix's story. And in telling that with a group of filmmakers and artisans who gave us their time and their talent to make a film that we all thought was kind of special, or to end up being here at the 20th anniversary, that was very special. It's a very nice way to end 2 decades for me in Los Angeles. I just want to say, I will say, 20 years of this festival in terms of how it's grown. In 1995, there were about 350 submissions to the LA Independent Film Festival. In 2012, to the LA Film Festival, there were over 5,200 submissions. And in 2012, we should have gone. Yeah. That's huge. And over 92,000 attendees in 2012. The festival continues to grow. To be here, to be part of it, was an honor for me. More, it's been an honor to be part of a festival with individuals like yourselves, who just dream, who dare, and just want to tell a story, and don't care about the obstacles that stand in your way, who find a way to do it. For individuals like yourselves who inspired me, I deeply appreciate it, and thank you for bringing your time and your talent, and your know-how and your passion and your desire to the city of Los Angeles. It means so much to all of us. On behalf of everybody involved in the film festival, thank you. Thank you. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you for having us here. Enjoy yourselves.
Thank you so much, John. And it's now my pleasure. I once again want to bring up Councilman Mitch O'Farrell. If you don't mind staying for a moment, come back up.
And I forgot to do this when I was up here before because I was so lost in helping save the industry. And that is a token of our appreciation on behalf of the City of Los Angeles. And this is a certificate signed by the entire ad hoc committee and Mayor Garcetti on the commemoration of the 20th anniversary of this wonderful festival. So I'm presenting it to you two gentlemen here. We're taking pictures. Again, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Congressman O'Farrell. Councilman. And thank you so much, John Redwood. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Again, I want to thank HBO and the Montana Film Office. Please talk to them. If you have projects that are suitable for Montana, you need to talk to Denny and also to Mr. Michael Lopez from HBO. Thank you.